I suffer for your entertainment, and I just want to make you aware of that. I have suffered greatly, but you know what? We're going to have a fun story time about it. Oh my god! Okay, so I went to another dating event. Holy moly, this was the worst one. This was the worst one, I think, by far, and I've had some pretty bad ones. If you've been keeping up with my dating horror story series, you'll know I've had some awful dating events.
This is the worst!
So if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Caitlin, I'm a serial dater. I'm turning the tides a little bit. I was a serial dater. I got bored and fed up of the dating apps, so I decided to go to the dating events. And after every single dating event, there's always some hot tea, and I'm here to share that with you today. I do a lot of get ready with me's, a lot of shop my stashes, project pans, things like that. I'm dabbling in reviews as well, so if that sounds like a good time to you, then stick around. It would mean the absolute world to me. I love coming on here. It's like my little debrief. It's like my little therapy session at the end of a traumatic incident, and you all seem to love it as well. So, let's put some makeup on. Oh boy, and let's chat. But you know what? I will say now, at the end of this video, the tides turn, okay, a little bit. There is some good news at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. You've got to get through all the trauma to get to the light at the end of the tunnel, so let's chat. I mentioned in my 50 Shades of Black project pan that I wanted to get some use on the Cooltrals palette from Cosmic Beauty, so that's the palette that I'm going to use today. I have this as a no pan left behind goal in that project, and I've not used it in quite a while, but you know what? It's October, it's spooky season, I have no idea what look I'm going to do with it, but we will figure it out. Like, look at this. She's pretty, she's pretty, she's pretty. So let's jump into it. So, oh gosh, right. So this was my fourth dating event. Okay, dating event number one, I met my ghoster, who I thought was going to be the love of my life. We've all heard about that. It was a whole saga here on my channel. If you know, you know. If you don't, I would definitely recommend searching dating horror stories on my channel, because that whole ordeal was crazy. The second dating event was trying to get over my ghoster. The third dating event was when I bumped into my ghoster again and gave him absolute hell. And now the fourth dating event was absolutely dire. Oh my god. So this event was in a different place to where my ghoster lives. I'm kind of in between two cities, so I can kind of bounce from one to the other. I was like, I cannot go to the one with my ghoster again, because that's too much for me, thank you very much. So I decided to go to a different place. Oh, right, okay, let me figure out what I'm doing first. So, I go into this dating event. I'm always quite early with my dating events. I like to get there like bang on time. A lot of people come in like halfway through the night, but I don't know, I like to go in bang on time just to kind of get a grasp of my surroundings and to kind of, I don't know, become a bit more comfortable before everyone starts to pile in. So it started at 7 and I ended up cutting in about like 10 past 7, something like that. And it was pretty dead, but it normally is at the very, very start of the night. I think it's the same with any night out that you go on. 7 o'clock, it's going to be pretty bare bones. But I thought, you know what? It's fine. I know the drill. I know it'll pick up at some point. I started talking to this girl and she, oh my god, the stories that she came out with. She was engaged 4 months ago, and I was like, oh my god, like every story that we told, she had an even like more traumatic story, and it was actually quite impressive. You know, I was telling like loose basic stories. I was saying how I got ghosted, and she was like, yeah, I got ghosted as well. I was like, oh, that sucks. And she was like, yeah, it's from my fiance. I was like, oh my god, like she one-upped everyone in the trauma department, which again is quite impressive. So I hope she's doing well. Like she, bless her, like she's going through some stuff. And I kind of got like talking to this group, and what normally happens on these events is you start in a small group and then slowly you just add people to your group. So people started coming over and started talking and started, you know, having a nice time. I do also have a pimple right there, which is great. I just got over my acne breakout from an allergic reaction or like an expired makeup product. And then I got some hormonal acne, so that's good. So the night's young, I'm like chatting away. There's no one really catching my eye at all. But again, I kind of know the drill. It's all the hot guys will come in a bit later, surely. Like all the hot guys are just like pre-drinking right now. Right? So I'm chatting away. It's very, very like small talk conversation. What do you do for work? Oh, riveting. Like, what are your dreams? What are your plans? What are you looking for? What's your type? Yada, yada, yada. And I noticed a smell. And it was quite strong. And I genuinely thought it was me. Like, when you smell something like that, when it's very, very strong, I think you automatically think, oh my God, I had a shower, but clearly I didn't shower enough, or clearly my deodorant's broken, because the smell really started to get to me. And I was powering through. I was being a soldier. But the guy next to me kind of turned around and was like, can you smell that? And I was like, oh no, someone's noticed, it's me. Long story short, it was not me. We ended up leaving that little group. It was not me. So, little pro tip, guys, okay? Not that my audience would do this, but if you ever go to a dating event, shower and use deodorant first. I can't believe I have to say that. But apparently I do. Please shower before a dating event. If you want to get some ladies, don't stink of BO. Don't stink of cigarettes. The room stank. I have to try and be delicate in this situation, but there were a lot of guys there that are the stereotypical gamer guys who stereotypically maybe aren't as on top of their hygiene. That's the vibe I was getting. I know that's a very, very sweeping statement, I know, but that was the vibe I was getting, which isn't actually my type, believe it or not. That's not my type of man. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want someone to get offended or take this out of context, but like, the men in the room stank and were not very well groomed. Now, I'm not saying that a man needs to, get his nails done and have facials and all that kind of stuff, but this was just, I've come out of a 3-week bender and I've showed up at a dating event hoping for the best. It was shocking, but again, I was still young and naive. I was like, you know what, as the night goes on, things will pick up. Shocker, they did not. So I carry on my night. I break away from that group and I got talking to another group of guys who were a little bit more good looking, still not really, I wouldn't look at them and go, "Core, blimey," but some people might find them attractive. They're just not really my type. And we started talking and I very quickly realised why they were single. One of them was bragging about, and finding it funny, how he eats nothing but microwave meals and that he can't be bothered to cook. And that, that's not his job to cook. And then he started saying how, very openly, how he cheated in the past. And I was like, oh boy, it's a good job he's single. That's all I'm going to say. Oh my God. Okay. Then there was another guy in the same group that was bragging about how he spends all his money straight away. He doesn't have anything in savings. He can't save for his life. And he just has to spend everything straight away. And I was like, right, again, not what I'm looking for. I'm a saver through and through. I think I'm absolutely poor and about to be homeless when I've got, I'm more than fine. So that is also not what I'm looking for at all. There was another guy in the group. He was really sweet, but he had not had a relationship before. And he was just he did not know what he was doing. He was out of his depth a little bit, bless him. But again, not my type. And then there was a guy in the group that was quite attractive. He was the most attractive guy in the room. But halfway through the night, I heard him kind of bragging about how many numbers he'd got throughout the night. And I was like, no. I may have given him my number, but after hearing that, no. And that's something I've realized at these dating events. Something that is really, really strange is it's almost like a game to the men. And that's the kind of vibe I got from some of these men as well. It's a game of how many numbers can I get in a night. Like, when I go to a dating event, I look for one person who I want to speak to and who I want to engage with. And that one person is who I'm speaking to throughout the night. Like, if we click, that's great. And we'll talk. We'll use that night as like a date. But a lot of the men who go to these events literally go with their mates and go like, right, it's a game. Who can get the most numbers tonight? And it's such a, like, I don't quite understand why that happens. I've also noticed, and this is men and women, I think this is just nights out in general, and I'm going to sound like such a boomer here, and I'm so sorry. My younger audience, I say younger, but like people my age, I'm sorry, this may offend you. Can we get off the damn vapes? There is nothing less sexy than a man in a bar speaking to you going, like, because he can't be bothered to go outside and have a vape. Like, he's and then he's like choking on it. He's going to try and like not get the smoke out. And then he's going red. And I'm just like, what is going on? Like, I think I could date someone who vapes, but not as a dummy. It's like a dummy. It's like a pacifier. It's like a dummy to these people. And I've noticed it so often. Men and women are in bars vaping and like choking on the smoke so that obviously a cloud isn't coming out. Guys and girls, stop. Stop it right now. It's awful. A guy did say to me in the night, oh, excuse me, I'm going to go out and use my vape. Like, right, that's fine. Just don't use it as like a crutch. So that is something that I've noticed and I've clocked it and I'm not happy about it. So the night got so bad that I ended up literally on my phone. I literally ended up sitting in a booth on my own on my phone because, like, what is going on? No men came in that I was remotely attracted to. As I said, that one guy that I was kind of like, maybe, was starting to brag about how many numbers he'd got, and that is not what I was going for. I ended up almost leading this how to get a woman seminar with some of the guys that I'd met that night. And I was teaching them about effort. And it was like speaking to children. It was honestly like speaking to a bunch of kids. Like, I teach kids. It was like I had put all of the kids that I teach in a room and I was giving them a lesson on how to act around women and how to, like, be attractive to women. Not in the looks sense, but like just personality wise. And I said to them, look, women like effort. I said, even if you cook, this was to the guy that was proud of like microwave meals. I said, even if you cook the worst spag bol ever and it tastes awful, a woman is going to find that more endearing than if you just stick a microwave meal in the microwave for 3 minutes and then present that. I was like, it's effort. It's literally, that is what is attractive to women. Even if you're not very good at something, if you put effort in, like, you're halfway there. And like the response that I got was just really like, oh, what? So I've got to like butcher my own chicken, have I? I was like, oh my God, like you're not even willing to like learn. It was so childish. It was like, what? So I've got to start a garden, have I? Like, I'll invite someone round in 6 months when my carrots have grown. What is going on? What is going on with these men? What is going on? I'm trying to help you, so shut up and let me speak. That's another thing, right? Since Single September, if you don't know, I quit dating for all of September. Didn't go on the dating apps, didn't go on any events, didn't do anything. And I have turned into an absolute cow when it comes to men. I don't put up with anything anymore. And it is so funny because they'd ask me a question and I'd be answering and they'd have some funny comeback in the middle of my sentence and I'd go, I'm speaking. And they did not like that. But I'm speaking. You've asked me a question, so shut up. I hope you can tell that my energy has changed when it comes to dating. I feel like my past dating updates have been very like, oh, and then this happened, and then this happened. Now I'm raging. I'm actually angry. I'm annoyed. So yeah, I told guys to shush and let me finish my sentence because it's the polite thing to do. I literally did not care at all at this dating event. I was like, I'm gonna be a cow because I don't feel respected. Like, you don't even have to find me attractive to just respect. Like, if you ask me a question, let me answer it and let me finish my sentence, you know? So then I had an incident. It was with the guy who was kind of attractive but had then boasted about how many numbers he'd got. He'd gone like, oh, so are you like local to this city? I said, no, I'm from where I'm from. I don't really want to dox myself right now. And he looked at me and he was like, why are you here then? Sorry? Like, he literally, like, he was flabbergasted. He was like, why are you even here then? I was like, because I've traveled here and I studied here and I have friends here and I decided to pay for a ticket to come here. And he was like, yeah, but you're not even from here though. Like, why are you even here? I said, I'm not being funny. If a man can't drive 50 minutes to come and see me at my home, that's not the type of man that I want to go see. Like, that's not the type of man that I want to date. The reason I went to a city that was far away is because I am fully willing to travel that to go and date someone. I think I know every single man in my little town because I either went to school with him or someone I know went to school with him. It's such a tiny town. So I've come to the conclusion that, like, if I want to date, I'm going to have to, like, branch out a little bit. And I'm more than happy with that. And if someone doesn't want to put that effort in, that's fine. They're not the person for me. But they were being so rude about it. They were like, what's the point in you even being here? If, like, you're not gonna, if you live far away, like, what's the point? And I was actually baffled. And it is a lot easier for them to drive than for me to take the train because I don't drive. So if I'm willing to double my journey time to get to that city, whereas they can just drive in half the time, that's even more of an ick to me. I'm not being funny. Like, no. Okay, be right back. I gotta cut the crease. I'm back with a very wonky cut crease on. Don't look too close. It's fine. It didn't take long before I was like, you know what? This event is not for me. Like, at every event that I've been to, even though some of them have been pretty horrendous, I've always got the number of someone that I find attractive. I think that's why I kept going to them, because no matter what happened at the event, like, I had some good luck, you know? I always left with a number, I always left with, like, a date, and, you know, I always had some luck with that. This one, no. I left early. I didn't want to put up with it, and I was bored. I've never been bored at a dating event before because there's always someone to talk to, even like one of the girlies. Like, by like 9 o'clock, there's probably about me and like 2 other girls left. Like, everyone had just left. It was not good. So yeah, I just left. And that was that. It was bad. Both of the events that I've been to in that city have been really, really awful. Both of them has been so bad. The 2 that I went to in the other city, I can't go back because my ghoster goes to them. And I'm gonna, like, cause a scene again in the middle of a bar. And me and my ghoster have had a conversation. And we've both said, look, I'm going to stick to one city. He's going to stick to the other city. I drew the short straw. Honestly, I drew the short straw because, oh my God, what is going on? What is going on? All the fit guys of Liverpool, like, Where are you? Where are you? Okay, I'm gonna have to spot conceal because the acne is back. But again, it is hormonal. So once again, the NYX Pro Fix Stick, she's working overtime right now. She, bless her, she is nearly done, which is amazing because she's in my rolling project pan. So hopefully I can have that as an empty very, very soon. Okay, this is how much we have left. And I have, what day is it today? It's the 19th when I'm filming this. I think I can have this done by the end of the month. Ooh, maybe my acne is helping me, actually. Maybe my acne is saying, Caitlin, we know you need to finish this. So we'll just give you a helping hand. So yeah, that was the dating event. Absolutely dire. I know that I've raised my standards. That's something that I am very, very aware of. But I didn't realise that they were this hard to meet. Like, what the hell is going on? I'm actually baffled. I'm actually, like, almost impressed at the audacity of some people, you know? It is borderline impressive, and I'm sad to admit that. But the trip wasn't a completely wasted trip. I met my friend Erin, who I actually met through social media and through like makeup content and things like that. I met Erin for a nice little catch up the day after because I did stay over. It's a little bit too far away from where I live to like just go and come back on the same day, especially because I don't drive. So no, I met Erin the next day and we had a really nice little catch up and I went for a little bit of a mooch around the city and yeah, it was nice. I think disregarding the dating event, I had a nice time. You know, I got out of the house, I stopped working, you know, I work all the time. So it was nice to just like have a bit of a break from work and go back to a city that I love, go back to a city that I used to live in and study in. And yeah, no, it was nice other than that. But yeah, single men of Liverpool. Where are you? Where are you? I think the next dating event I'm going to go on is going to be a little bit closer to home. I have been doing some research because it gets expensive, you know, the travel, the tickets, the hotel, like it does get quite expensive, especially when like literally nothing happens. But I think I'm going to try and find one a little bit closer to home. I have found one and it's more of like a speed dating event. The events that I go to is basically just like a room of singles thrown together and there you just hope for the best. There's no like planned interaction. There's no like games. There's nothing. It's just like, come on in, everyone's single here, good luck. But I've seen one that is more like speed dating. It's more like structured and it's a little bit closer. So I'll be able to go there and leave on the same day, which will be nice, especially for Stan as well. My little baby boy, my little son, my dog. So yeah, it will be, I think I'll do that next time. I would love to go to one in the other city, but I cannot put myself through that again. Maybe I'll just break no contact with my ghoster and be like, hey, are you going this time? Maybe we'll do it in shifts, like every other, you know. I don't know what happened there, but it was not in my favour, unfortunately. Okay, foundation time. What am I going to wear? Oof, big decision. I might give the Primark one another go. This is the PS My Perfect Colour Illuminating Foundation. This doesn't have that much coverage. However, I think because I've just put so much concealer on my blemishes, I think we might be able to get away with it. I'm not 100% sure. We will see. This could be a huge bad decision. While I was in Liverpool, I was gonna buy a few new things for a full face of first impressions because I do have a few like first impression products to test, but I don't have a full face. But I kind of came to the realization like I've not started this new job yet, so I really like need to start the job before I like start spending money on things like that. I do, little side note about this new job that I'm doing. I should have a taster day sometime this week. Well, it's Sunday, so technically next week, but I should have a taster day pretty soon. They're trying to find a school for me. So that would be absolutely amazing if I could do that because girl, I need to start like ASAP. It's not even funny anymore. So yeah, full face of first impressions hopefully is coming soon-ish because I would love to do that. I love doing things like that. But as I said, I've been saying quite a few times in a few videos, like, money's a little bit tight. So just bear with me for things like that. Some good news. Shall we talk about some good news? I've just ranted and raved about men for so long, but there's some good news. Now, before I say anything, it's very early days, okay? And last time I got excited about a man, we all know how it ended. So I'm trying my best to just be very, very chill, you know? Very, very chill, very, very calm, very, very nonchalant, whatever, you know, whatever. So, let me take you back in time. It's October 1st, okay? Single September has officially ended. Hallelujah. I was kind of like low-key missing dating. I don't even think it was dating. I think it was just attention, if I'm being like completely honest. I missed having that. Whoops. So I re-downloaded Hinge. Now, I have something that is called the Hinge curse. And that is every single date, I'm not even joking, every single date that I go on Hinge, you talk to them for about a week, you set up your date and you're all excited and you go on the date, and within 5 seconds of seeing these guys, I automatically think, no, not attracted to them whatsoever. And that's the Hinge curse. And when I say every single Hinge date that I've been on over the past year, because I've been single for a year and a month now, nearly, who's counting? Every single Hinge date has pretty much started that way. And there's been maybe like 2 that have grown on me a little bit, but like it's just not there. I download Hinge and I think, why am I doing this? Because I know the Hinge curse is real and I know that Hinge hates me. And if you think I'm ever going to download Tinder, you are so wrong. I'm not that desperate. I've never been that desperate in this round of dating because I've heard horror stories. I've been on Tinder before. I cannot fight that battle again. But I just thought, you know what? For like, this might sound really, really like horrible, but for just my own self-ego, let's download Hinge. Let's just see. Let's just see one more time. And that is a reason why I started going to these dating events, because of the Hinge curse. For concealer, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is one that I've been dipping into every now and then recently. It's really nice. It's hydrating. It's exactly what I need for my dry skin. So I re-download Hinge. I think, what is the point? It's not going to work. But you know what? Let's just have a jolly. And again, that is why I go to the dating events, because I can see the men in real life straight away at these dating events, and I don't have to waste my time chatting for a week, getting to know them, organising a date, going on the date, and then realising, oh, I'm not attracted to them. At the events, I can literally go, boom, I can make a judgment straight away. So I actually went on one Hinge date, and the Hinge curse was in full swing. Like, she is back. The Hinge curse is back to stay. Like, she went nowhere. Within the first 5 seconds of seeing this man, no, sorry, I'm not attracted to you. He was so nice. He was so lovely and kind and gentlemanly. Like, personality-wise, could not fault him. He's gonna make some girl so happy, but nope, not attracted to him. But then I was speaking to another guy, and I started feeling like I quite liked him, even though I'd never met him, just from his Hinge profile. And I've never felt that on Hinge before in my life. And I was like, you know what? He's kind of cute. All his pictures were really nice. We were having really good conversation and we were getting on really, really well. And we were talking for quite a while, and I was like, we're talking a bit too long. Like, I want a date quick, and I have made a deal with myself that I am no longer asking men out on dates. I'm not doing it. I was the person before Single September. I would put all of the effort in to dating, and the men that I was talking to just did nothing. I would ask all the guys out, I would plan everything, I'd arrange everything, I'd pay for everything, I would do everything. And over single September, I kind of stopped and realized, what the hell was I doing? I'm not doing that again. So I was waiting, and I was sitting pretty, and I was waiting for this guy to ask me on a date. And it got to like a week and a half. And for me, that's a bit too long to wait for a date. Like, what's going on? What's going on? My CatKin powder is shouting at me. I just want to use it. I don't know what it is about this. It's just screaming at me today. This is the Air Loose Setting Powder. It's a really, really lovely one. It is so smooth, and I do have a discount code for CatKin. That is CAITLIN25. What is going on? Are we pen pals? Like, what's happening right now? Why are we not, you know? So he did say to me in a previous conversation that, like, he hadn't really been dating. Like, he had Hinge, but, like, he didn't really go on dates. So he once asked me one day, you know, what have you been doing today? And I thought, you know what, this is my opportunity. And I replied to that, I've been waiting to see if you'll ask me out. So I didn't ask him out. I didn't, technically, but I just kind of gave him the nudge. You know, what have I been doing? I've just been sat here wondering what's going on, you know? Hint, hint. And he took the hint. He took the hint. He organised a date. It was all him who organised it. I didn't do anything, which is exactly what I want. And whenever I say that, I always, like, get worried that people are going to be like, that's so toxic. But trust me, after what I've been through, I don't want to plan anything. I legitimately had a guy that I was dating for like 2 years phone me up while I was working and ask me if I wanted to take him for a date. And of course I had to pay. So I'm not doing it anymore. I love that powder so much. It's so smooth. Oh, okay, right, bronzer. Let's liven up this face. I feel like a bit of a ghost. I'm going to use my Essence Blush Crush. Now, this is technically a blush, but I use it as a bronzer. It's in the shade 10 Caramel Latte, and this was part of my mystery makeup swap with Marley, and I absolutely love this bronzer. It's been used and abused, and I've not used it in a while, so let's reunite. I really would not use this as a blush. Like, this is not a blush shade for me. Bronzer, though? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, he asked me out on a date. We plan a date. We go on a date. And you know what? I've never, ever been nervous. I probably have. That's probably a lie. But I can't remember the last time I was nervous for a Hinge date because of said Hinge curse. And every single time that I'm on my way to a Hinge date, I think I know what's going to happen. I don't even know why I do it anymore. Like, I know exactly what's happening right now. I know that the universe has it out for me. And you know what? I quite like him. Oh my god! Oh my god. We had a really, really nice date. We had a really good time. And I had to go back to Liverpool after the date. But I really liked him. We went to Wagamama. We had a great time. I've actually never been to Wagamama before, so that was interesting. We had a really, really nice time, and we talked a lot. I actually didn't think that he liked me. I got the impression on the date that he wasn't really interested. But he confirmed afterwards, no, I was just nervous. So no, I really, really like you, and I'd like to, see each other again. And so we're going to see each other again. Now, as I said, I'm not getting too excited because last time that happened, yeah, things got a little bit not good for me. So, you know what? It was a great first date. I'm looking forward to seeing him again, and we will see. We will see. But no, I'm excited. I was not expecting to find someone on Hinge after the Hinge curse. But we text all the time. We text every day, all the time. Yeah. I'm not getting caught up. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting caught up. No. I'm going to use my Attraction Cosmetics Bling and Blush. This is in the shade Affirmation. I did get sent this in PR, and this is such a beautiful blush shade. It's in the middle of a peach and a pink, but it's just the perfect middle ground, and I love it. And I will use the Attraction Cosmetics blush brush as well, just because why not? Hopefully this will tie in the pink that I put a little bit. I feel like I've done this eye look before, but you're gonna have to let me know, because I don't know. But I feel like it's quite familiar. And you know what? Why not just use the highlight that is on the bottom of this? This is a duo product. It's got a blush and a highlight in it. And both of these products are absolutely beautiful. I would definitely recommend both of them if you want to support a UK indie brand. I think that this little brand is so beautiful. They've got great products. So yeah, this is the blush. And then underneath is the highlighter. So I'm going to use this. And this is like a duo brush as well. So it's perfect for both of these. Oh, it's so blinding. It's so blinding. I love it. So yeah, I was fully expecting to find my next partner at a dating event, but maybe not. Maybe it's going to be Hinge all this time. Maybe Hinge has been just this underdog waiting in the wings. You know, you got to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. Maybe it's one of those kind of things. Maybe it's one of those kind of deals. Hinge has just been putting me through the ringer. Waiting. Waiting silently. But no, we will see. We will see. I feel happy, so here's to hoping. Here's to hoping. But you know what? I have a bit of a theory. I'm going to go back in my eyeshadow palette now. As I said, did not find any man attractive for 3+ years. It's been over 3 years since I felt this like, ooh, for a man. And now, within, 3 months, I found 2 guys really attractive. So, I think my trauma's lifting. I think it is. I think this is what is happening. I had a really, really bad relationship 3.5 years ago. My theory has always been that my body and my brain just kind of shut down a little bit. And that's the reason that I really struggle to find anyone attractive. And there's been so many theories within this little channel as to why that is. But I genuinely think that my trauma is lifting a little bit. And I genuinely think that might be the reason why I've started to find more men attractive. Or maybe I'm just lucky that I've met 2 guys that I find attractive. I don't know. But I feel like I have been working through this trauma quite a lot. And I feel like I have been working through my past relationship a lot. And I just feel like this is what's happening within my brain. I feel like I'm accepting men again. You know? Does that make me sound crazy? I don't know. But yeah, it's just really weird timing. And it's really odd. And it's something that I've been battling for a really long time. It's even in my past relationship, it's me feeling broken and me not feeling good enough and me feeling all these horrible feelings because I don't feel that connection with someone, and I feel it lifting finally, and I'm so happy about that. I'm so, yeah, because I have felt broken. I felt like I'm this weird person that doesn't have what normal people have, and it's been horrible, but I do finally feel like something is changing and something is happening, and I'm really excited to start a new journey, which will be nice. Okay, I'm back with lashes and everything on. I used, oh my god, my hair. I used Anastasia Praline as well as Fenty Pink Dragonfly on my lips, just to kind of add some of that pink back. I do feel like I've done this look before. I don't feel like this is an original look. In my subconscious, I think I've done this. But hey, here we go. Someone did ask if I could do some more looks with the Cooltrals. I have done a full video review and 3 looks 1 palette with this as well, if you were interested in that. So definitely go search my channel. I've now done quite a few looks with this to give you some inspiration. So this is it. This is the video. Ups and downs. Serious ups, serious downs, but you know what? I will keep you updated as I always do. I love this little dating horror story series that we've got going here. It just makes me so happy. It's so fun to just debrief with you guys, and you guys love it as well. So I hope this was a good one. Not quite as juicy as some of the others, but definitely the worst. Definitely the worst. For me, anyway. So I will keep you updated. Definitely like and subscribe for more dating horror stories. I'm sure there's going to be some in the future. I hope you did enjoy. Have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye!